I look like I ate a powdered donut. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiko. My eyebrows are uneven puffs. And my eyebrows are uneven because I don't know how to do my eyebrows on my own and I'm too lazy to go out across the street from where I live and do my eyebrows. Today's video is I'm getting comfortable. Sorry if you don't like this, then you're gonna have to find somewhere else to go. Today's video is either gonna be my second or third upload because I'm choosing between this video and another video to be my second video. I'm thinking about doing another looks and books for my second video, but I'm not sure, so we'll see how this turns out and maybe this will be my second upload. But today I wanted to do a products that I am currently vibing with. So I'm actually going to go out later today. So I wanted to do like my everyday makeup for you guys. e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, that's what it's called, right? Yep, Poreless Putty Primer. Poreless Putty Primer, Poreless Putty Primer. Boom. I like to use this because I said that really weird, sorry. Because it does help with the oil and shine while also helping keep my makeup on all day. Through lots of trial and error, I noticed that not only does my skincare really affect how my makeup turns out throughout the day, but also the base that I use. I want to layer on products on top of my skin where my skin is good and healthy and protected. I'm not trying to hide imperfections. I wanted to. Okay, I forgot what I was saying because the battery died. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so while I do have imperfections, instead of like covering them up and not dealing with the problem, I would rather deal with the problem and then cover it up. So with that being said, skincare is really important to me. So, and this is not only just a products that I'm vibing with for my face, but it's also going to be products that I'm vibing with to maintain my curly wig, because I do wear a wig. So right now it's looking like I'm getting a couple, not necessarily breakouts, but just like bumps, mostly from dryness. They look like dry bumps down here. And I do have hyperpigmentation and scarring, a lot of scarring on my forehead and hyperpigmentation. What I like to do is I like to let my primer sit on my face. I like to let my primer sit on my face for a good amount of time while I work on other things such as my brows and my eyes. My eyes and my brows take me like 5 minutes. This is, it depends on how long it takes me. Sometimes it takes me like 10 minutes. Sometimes it takes me longer. Do I want to wear lashes that day? Like, how am I feeling? So yeah, I've been testing out these products for a little bit now. Literally, I used to wear like no makeup to work, and then one day I showed up with this face and people were like, why are you all dolled up? And I'm like, why aren't you minding your business? I'm just kidding. Or am I? Next, what I like to do is on my eyes, I like to prime my eyes with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer. It's not just concealer, it's more than a concealer. So this shade is actually pretty close to the shade that I am now. I just do it to correct the coloring of my lids because my lids are darker and a little bit more like purpley bluey than the rest of my face, so I like to do that. And y'all, I work in a hot environment, so this is really tried and true. If just like the only shine that I'm getting is from the dewiness of my own skin, like my skin is like the natural oils of my skin shine through, but it's not like I don't look oily. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what else I'm really vibing with for a little bit, just for some time now, is Spotify. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Spotify. I have been an Apple Music girl since I got my iPhone. But things have changed. Oh, how the tables have turned. I am loving Spotify right now. I use it on my Fitbit watch, and in my car, anytime, like I've been putting my Apple Music on the back burner. Next product I'm gonna use is this Makeup Revolution Bacon Blot powder in the shade Banana Deep. This is the perfect powder. I use it sometimes as like an overall powder because I don't like when my skin looks too dry, and that's what tends to happen with other like face powders. So this still gives me that like fresh skin look that I really like. So now that I've set my eyelids, that's literally all that I do on my eyelids. I'm gonna move on to my brows, and I'm gonna show you two brow products that I've been totally here for. For the first one being the e.l.f. brow pencil. It's like this chubby brow pencil. I know they have 2 or 3 or 4 maybe more brow products, but this chubby one saved the fuck. Okay. But this chubby one saved me so much time. It is in the shade Deep Brown. It's this big. If you need more precision, then this is not the brow pencil for you. This brow pencil literally was just to fill in the sparse areas. Now, since I do need more precision and more cleanup, I have been using the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Defining Pencil in the shade Deep Brown. And as you can see with this one, it is a more it has like a more micro tip. Okay, it's just not gonna focus. Okay, that's cool. It has a more fine tip for more precision. So I'm gonna fix my brows. I'm gonna sit here for a while fixing my brows, and that's really boring. So I'm just gonna do that, and I'll come back to you with brows on. So I am back with what I feel like are semi-decent brows. Maybe this one comes out a little bit too much, but yeah, here are my semi-decent brows. Now I'm gonna throw on a little bit of mascara. I don't have any particular mascara that I've been vibing with per se, so I'm just gonna use this Colossal waterproof mascara. And I use waterproof mascara because my eyes tend to get really dry and watery, especially when I have my contacts in. So now, if I were to not wear lashes today, then I would just leave it at this. Well, I would add more mascara, more layers and whatnot. So we're gonna move on to now my face. We're really gonna focus on this, like the lower half of my face. And kind of like the sides. So you can see here, it's a little bit darker, especially right here. Like this spot right here is darker. And also on the bottom or on my mouth, like I do have lots of pigmentation in this area. So I like to correct that with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. It's the eraser of dark circles. So this has like a slightly orangey tint, like orangey pinky or peachy tint to it, and that's how it corrects, like that's how it's a corrector. It corrects the darkness under your eyes. But as you can see, I don't really have dark under eyes. I don't have under eye bags. I do have like a little darkness, but nothing that my regular concealer can't fix. But I like to I do like to put this on sometimes. I just feel like it helps even out my overall skin tone. So I do put it around my mouth. But do you see the tone of the, why do I look like that? Like why? Now I'm gonna blend this all out. I like to use this e.l.f. stippling brush because it just gives like really diffused edges. Literally the bottom half of my face is a totally different color, and that is okay because when we put foundation on, it covers it up. It covers it up. It covers up all the corrector that we used. Like I can't go out the house looking like an Oompa Loompa right here and pale and gray up here and then like a deeper shade over here. Like it just doesn't make sense. Since my face is a little bit dry, what I like to do is add this NYX liquid illuminator. I actually have two different versions of this. So this is the illuminator in the shade Sun Goddess. I like this stuff. I like liquid illuminators underneath my foundation. I think it's really cute. But I also do the L'Oreal Visible Lift Luminous Serum Tint. So you can actually add this to your foundation if you want. It's all up to you. I like to do it. This one I prefer to add into my foundation sometimes. Or just put it on the high points of your face and all of that. I don't know. I was gonna say, since I am a little bit lighter, I want to lean more towards this one. This is in the shade 805 Amber. This one is almost true to the tone of the bottle, while this one is not. Here. I actually kind of like this one a little bit more because it is lighter. So we're actually going to add this one. I'm going with this one because this one I just feel like looks more natural in the space, or in it looks more natural. So I do use my stippling brush to blend this one as well, and then I take it up here. And I do try and be careful around my brows because we just did our brows and we don't want to ruin them. So adding this, I just think it's like a nice subtle touch. I've been using this for a really long time, like a really long time. Actually, these two products I've been using for a really long time, and I love them and I stand by them because while this one is like super duper natural, you can even put this on like after your skincare just as is, and you will get that like nice natural glow from within. Whereas, and you can do the same thing with this one. I just feel like this one with makeup just like, that's not the sound I was going for. Pop. Okay, that's what I was going for. A nice little pop of color and shine, and like you did your skincare since the day you were born. When really, you just started your skincare journey like a couple months ago. But yeah, my sister is a skincare nut, and because she is so into her skincare, it really forces me to be more into my skincare, and she teaches me a lot of stuff. So yeah, shouts to sisters out there, big sisters that help you out. So like, while I like give her advice on makeup, even though we do have two different styles of makeup, I give her lots of advice, or like what I do to make my makeup look a certain way. She gives me advice on how to fix my skin, because it's as a black girl, a chocolate girl, my skin is beautiful and I love my skin, and I wouldn't trade my skin tone for the world, except for in the summer. It's really hard in the summer. It's really hard to find my shade in the drugstore, and as a broke girl, I don't have money to be spending $35 on foundation, so I do tend to go to the drugstore. So this one, the Infallible up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation in the shade 510 Hazelnut is the best matching foundation that I have found in the drugstore for my winter shade. Yes, it looks very light. Even in the bottle, to me in person, I'm like, I'm not sure that I am this shade, right? This is the most perfect matching foundation that I have found in the drugstore. This foundation has gotten me through long days at work without looking like I am molting. I just find it super duper like perfection. So I put 2 pumps on the brush and I just dot that around my face. I try not to put too much product on my forehead. Sometimes I literally like will go around my whole face and then put whatever's left over on my forehead. But recently I haven't been doing that. I've been actually putting product on my forehead. Okay, so now that we are blended, no lines of demarcation. But yeah, literally this foundation. It goes on slightly matte, but also skin-like at the same time. I'm just here for it. So nextly, I'm going to use this Infallible Longwear Shaping Okay. That I did not do on purpose, but I've been using this shaping stick in the shade 411 Chestnut for a while now. And I really like it because it's not too deep. It's just for bronzer. It's not to contour. I don't contour because I can't. I feel like I ruin it every time I try. But I let this sit and, you know, dry down as my Aunt Jackie told me to do. And then I do the Infallible Full Wear Concealer once again. I will show you guys another concealer that I really, really like. Which is pretty similar, also drugstore, because like I said, I'm broke. I only have like 3 high-end makeup products, so bear in mind my high-end experiences are very limited, and one high-end product I do have and I do love and I do stand by is my Jackie Aina X Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. While I am letting this all sit, marinate, and build up coverage, I just grabbed some brushes that I'm gonna need. I do use a lot of brushes. Yes, I love them. So while this is doing this, I like to take my e.l.f. cream blush in the shade Soft Rose. I know I said I was going to stop holding them up to the camera, but I just can't help it. It's force of habit, you know, muscle memory. Even though I've never done it in a video before, I guess from like watching videos. I put blush everywhere. I just feel like it's super duper flattering on my skin, especially this shade, in this shade Soft Rose. It is super duper flattering. Like, it is perfect, and like it has a slight, I know I'm breathing, like I don't know why I'm doing that, but it has a slight shimmer to it, so it looks really, really nice, and it also gives off that skin-like glow from within look, especially since I put it everywhere. I just love it so much. So we let our concealer sit and marinate for a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to blend this situation and this situation, like these three. It's like Neapolitan ice cream, like vanilla, strawberry, chocolate. Take your Neapolitan with your stippling brush and blend the situation all in together. It's super duper seamless. Blend the edges of your concealer down. And I take a smaller, more precise brush when going underneath my eyes, because I do have folds underneath my eyes. It's not from my concealer creasing. I just have natural folds underneath my eyes that I cannot get rid of. Ready? Now we're gonna hit this side. Neapolitan again. We're gonna touch the Neapolitan. Boom. And here's my face. And now we're done. That's it. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you guys. So the next thing we're gonna do is I like to go back up to the top of my face. If I need to touch up my brows, I touch up my brows. If I don't need to touch up my brows, I set them with my e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. Which I usually don't touch up my brows. I freaking hate my brows. So like however they end up is however they end up. And that's like, I just call it that. You know, let's call a spade a spade. My eyebrows are trash. But what I like to do is I like to take the bacon blot powder that I used earlier on my eyes and set my entire face with it. Like I said, I don't find that this powder is overly drying. I need some of this. Give me some of this. Alright, crusties. Uncrustables. So this e.l.f. stuff, this e.l.f. Brown sugar coffee lip scrub is it decrustifies my lips. Hello? Hello?
One eternity later.
Okay, so this is the one I've been vibing with the most. This is in the shade Spice Berry, but I also got one in the shade Nude Honey. This one in, what is it? Spice Berry. What did I call it earlier? I feel like I didn't call it Spice Berry earlier. As far as these lashes go, I've really been vibing with these natural looking lashes. These are the Kiss Look So Natural, Natural Effect lashes in the style Shy. As you guys can see, I have used 3 pairs. They are super duper comfortable. They're not like, they don't feel heavy on my lashes or anything. I just ran my fingers under the water and then I ran my wet hands through my hair. This is like the curl pattern of this hair. I bought it from a wig supply store, and I went through a phase where I really did not want to maintain it. When you guys get curly wigs, just know their maintenance comes with these ones. It's not like the straight hairs where like it's just like whatever. No, maintenance comes with these bad boys. Unless you can find a low maintenance one, let me know. I do not lay my wig. Let's just throw that out there. This one does not get laid. I do not care. I have you can't really tell, okay, unless you're up close and personal. And if you are, in that case, back up a taste hoe, because we are not here for that. All right, so first, well, second thing, because I already had to wet it, second is this Carol's Daughter hair milk. I try not to use this on my actual hair because it doesn't really do anything for me. A, B, it's expensive. I'm going to get rid of it. C, it has sweet almonds in it, and I am allergic to almonds. So I try and keep my use of this minimal, especially on my scalp, because if you guys are allergic to anything, and like, let's just say nuts. I have a tree nut allergy, so you know what happens when I use this product? I have an allergic reaction. You know what else happens when I have an allergic reaction? I get hives. I try and keep the hives away from my head because it is torturous. But what I do after I take this, or after I use this, if depending on how bad it is, I will take my allergy pills, and then it will knock me out for a couple hours, so that'll be pretty nice. It's gonna be a bad day. Isn't that Justin Bieber's song? It was a bad day. Next I'm going to use this she's starting already. Coconut oil from Hollywood Beauty. I just got this from Walgreens. It was a couple bucks. I try not to use like almond oil or anything like that because, like I said, I'm allergic. So, and the last step, as you can see, I've been pulling down a lot with these couple steps. These 3 steps I pulled down. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this Pantene curling mousse. My leg is so itchy. Team Frizz for soft touchable curls. It expands. You pull down and then you scrunch up. And that is what I do for my hair. Great, we're done here. It's been nice, guys. It's been really nice.